teachings of Nichiren Daishonin, I think, differ from other forms of Buddhism insofar as that it's very much a hope-filled philosophy. It's not looking at karma as something very negative that happened in the past, but more of the causes that we make now to change for the future. So it's about taking responsibility for our lives now, making positive causes for our lives now, so that we can reap the positive rewards in the future. One of my big experiences of overcoming my own karma was about 7 years ago, no, about 14 years ago. I decided I needed to have a complete career change. Up to that point, I had been working in an area that I wasn't really fulfilled in. I wasn't earning enough money. It wasn't bringing out my talents. I asked somebody for advice, and they recommended that I start a campaign of chanting Nam-myoho-renge-kyo to find out what would be the best area for me to go into. I decided, right, I was going to become a nurse, and which was completely left of field. It wasn't something I'd ever really considered before. I chanted Nam-myoho-renge-kyo for a long period of time, over a six-month period, and decided that this was great. This is going to be absolutely, I'm going to sort out my life completely by changing career. So I sold my business. I went to India, and I did the exams for nursing at home, and absolutely totally convinced that this was because this was the area for me, that I would get on the course and there would be no problems. While in India, I discovered this terrible news that I didn't get on the course. So I came back to Ireland very depressed, very kind of just didn't know where to go from here. And again, I got some great advice not to give up, to redetermine, to really decide that if this is the area that I wanted to go into, not to give in. And that's the whole point of our practice. So with that in mind, I enrolled in a kind of a pre-nursing course, and I did the exam for nursing again, and again I didn't get it the second year. Very devastated by this, and really understood how much more effort I had to put into actually changing my karma. And I had a real decision to make at that stage whether I wanted to pursue nursing or stay in this other area. So again, with more advice from my wife, I decided to really go for it this time. So this is my third year to apply for nursing, and I chanted a huge amount over that summer period. And lo and behold, this time I actually got the place. So at 38 years of age, I went back to university. I was in for a battle for the next 4 years to qualify as a nurse. But again, I stuck at it. I realized that this is what I wanted to do. So eventually I qualified, and I got a job in an organization that is very progressive. And especially now that this recession has hit, I see even more good fortune in being in this area where my job is relatively secure and I'm doing something that I really, really love doing. So if I look back now and try to identify the deep karma that I felt that I changed over this whole experience, it was the karma of not believing in myself, not believing that I could achieve academically. Often part of the whole training process of becoming a nurse is that you're constantly moving into new wards and new situations, constantly changing, and you have to build relationships every time, and new relationships every time, and one of the things that I found most difficult, or one of the things I really overcame, was this ability to build relationships and to be confident and to believe in myself.